After the Battle of Spotsylvania, Robert E. Lee is going to fall back to a spot called Cold Harbor, just outside of Richmond. And it is there where he is going to show that he is going to be a master of defensive fortification. It is at the Battle of Cold Harbor where we kind of see, we've talked a lot about military tactics, military technology. We looked at the mini ball about how important it was. Remember, we talked about the importance of the mini ball. It allowed soldiers to shoot further with greater accuracy. And it made entrenching or going against one single position extremely deadly. You can look at Marye's Heights at the Battle of Fredericksburg, or we can look at the stone wall at Gettysburg. The other one we can add to that list is Cold Harbor. Lee is going to have a few-day advantage, and the Union men are going to know and understand that Lee has this advantage. And the night before they go and fight, Union soldiers meet, and they start writing their names down on little pieces of paper. And they sew it to the back of their jacket, so that when they fall, not if, but when they fall the next day, when they get shot, when they get killed, that their family can identify the bodies. That is how much they're following orders there. How would you like that? You're a Union soldier, and you know that if you go and march the next day, you have a good chance of falling. Yet these men, stoically, I'm sure, there was some fear. They do it. And the disaster is chaos. Cold Harbor, it's like a recreation of Fredericksburg. It's like a recreation of Pickett's Charge, a recreation of the Battle of Franklin. Union Army smashes into a well-entrenched enemy. They talk about 7,000 men. 7 Catholic Centrals will fall within 60 minutes. Unfathomable. Killed, wounded, missing. For the Confederacy, wave after wave of Union forces come at them. They're good. They're in strong defensive fortifications. Union Army isn't going to penetrate at all. One of the most eeriest stories of Cold Harbor is after the battle, a group of Union soldiers are picking up the dead, carrying them, getting them all together. And they come across a Union soldier propped himself up against a tree before he died. Laying there, and in his arms is a small little diary with all his entries. And the one entry says, June 3rd, Cold Harbor. I was killed. What the hell must that have been like for the Union soldiers who found him? Eerie, scary. When did this guy write this? After he put his name in the back of his coat, did he write this diary entry? Or after he was shot, did he crawl up to this tree, lean himself up against the tree? Maybe he had a picture of his wife, his kids. Had a diary, wrote the little note. New horrors. The wilderness had the fires. Spotsylvania had the bloody angle and the mule shoe. Cold Harbor. Defensive fortifications and an eerie diary. Cold Harbor also marks about a month into the Overland Campaign. And if we look at the stats, Grant's not going to be doing well in popularity. Over 55,000 casualties, almost half his forces. Lee, 25,000, about a half to a third of his forces. Killed, wounded, missing. What did McClellan do in this situation? Tuck his tail between his legs, get the hell out. What does Grant do? Put his nose down, keep going. Grant will be considered a butcher of men. The president's wife will call him that. Say he has no regard for men's lives. But Lincoln is for him. Lincoln says, Mr. Grant, you have my support. I see you are willing to fight. You are my guy. And that's exactly what he's going to continue to do.